What's good? We back on that boxing grind. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. And appreciate everybody, man, as we close out the year. Been a huge year for us over here. Definitely exceeded all expectations I had for this channel. And, you know, the success I had and, you know, the growing fan base. Try to get back at as many comments as I can, man. But it's a lot. But we working, and I'm going to continue to keep dropping that hot-ish for you. And I'll switch up like some channels, man. I'm going to stay real, steak and potatoes for life. But, you know, I just want to ask a question, man. Now, you're going to have some people that's angry about the question or angry about the response and my opinion on it. But I want you to answer this question before you listen to the rest of the video. You can pause it or after you listen to the rest of the video. Preferably before, so I don't, you know, cloud your judgment here. If you do it after, it is what it is. But would it be too much to ask Vasyl Lomachenko to move up to 140 and eventually 147 to prove how good he is? And I'm going to pause for a minute and think about that. Now, I'm not saying he immediately got to jump up that high. Now, 135 fight Mikey, beat Linares, and, you know, that's it. You know, Robert Jr. maybe. You know, let's say he almost 30. So let's say a year and a half, 2 years at 35. Then move up to 40 and eventually 147. Would that be too much to ask of him? Because he is a very skilled fighter. And Manny Pacquiao's career, I'll make this correlation again. His career was built on whooping on guys bigger than him. And his greatness was built off of that, period. You know what I'm saying? If Pacquiao didn't move up and take chances, we'll never know how great he really was, especially after being knocked out twice early in his career. But he moved up. He took chances. Whether you say he cheated, he was on something. Hey, I get a steroid to a guy that's 10th ranked in a let's say, featherweight division. And I guarantee you, he couldn't move up 3 weight classes if I gave him steroids, you know, and do what Pacquiao did. It involves some real skill there, and period. If he cheated, he cheated. I ain't saying that it's right, but it involved real skill to do what he did. And if Lomachenko is going to do his, going to be measured by his greatness, will it be too much to ask him to move up to 140 and 147, 3 or 4 years from now, eventually to prove his worth before he gets super old? You know, maybe he's on the top peak. He just peaked out when he goes to 147. It's kind of on the downslope at 147. Would it be too much to ask for him to move up? Because he has enjoyed a nice, significant size advantage at 126 at featherweight and super featherweight at 120 and 130. Let's be real. He has enjoyed a size advantage. And, 135, I think he's still going to have some advantages there. 140, now we talking about, all right, it's a stretch there. It's going to be more finesse and more skill to prove his worth at that weight class, I believe. By the time he goes to 140, if he takes a year and a half or 2 years, we should have a supreme king of junior welterweight once again. I know the boxing politics is BS, you know what I'm saying? But we should have a clear judgment who's number one. And, in my opinion, I believe it's going to be Josh Taylor. But like I said, I've been wrong before. And then at 147, you should, about 3 years, 3.5 years, we should have a supreme ruler. And it may very well be top ranks Terrence Crawford, or Earl Spence or Keith Thurman, whoever it may be. We should. Or whatever it may be. But I ask if it's too much to ask Lomachenko to move up that high in, 2, 3 years, 3.5 years to move up to 47. 2 years, 2 years to move up to 40, Is that too much to ask of him? Is it unfair to compare him to the great Manny Pacquiao who moved up as far as 150 to prove his greatness and whoop on guys even though it was at a catch weight? If Lomachenko is good as he say he is, and you compare them to guys like Chavez Singer, we comparing them to guys like Pernell Whitaker, we're comparing him like Floyd Mayweather, we comparing him to all these all-time greats and these legends. But all those legends that I named, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, all moved up. Weight classes improved their worth. You start to get more credit when you move up beating bigger guys and you improve your skills. Now, beating guys that's equal or most of the time you have a large size advantage over Lomachenko, it doesn't impress a lot of people. You do what you're supposed to do. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big Lomachenko fan, as y'all know. But if he moves up and start whooping on bigger guys and really showing his elite skill level, it's no doubt in my mind, then we can start putting him in the same breath, in the same realm as a Floyd Mayweather, as an Oscar, as a Sugar Shane Mosley, as Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. All these guys moved up and improved their worth. Now, I'm not saying that this dude is against moving up, and it might be a little bit premature to talk about him moving up that far. But I'm saying, is it unfair to ask Lomachenko to move up that far potentially to prove how great he really is and actually live up to the accolades that these guys like Dan Rayfield is giving him and Teddy Atlas is giving him? You know, like Roy said, you know, you get your, you know, you build your career, you get your credit for beating bigger guys. You don't get credit for beating smaller guys. And he said it himself. He didn't do nothing this year. He don't feel like the Rigondeaux fight accomplished anything because he's bigger than Rigondeaux, and Rigondeaux is the king of his own weight class, and obviously he the king of super featherweight. So let me know what y'all think, man. You know, is it unfair to ask him to move up that far potentially, or in the near future? We gone.